Theresa May will abandon her plans to bring back fox hunting to concentrate on animal rights to woo younger voters. During the election, the Mirror exposed the secret Tory plot to bring back the cruel blood sport by giving MPs a free vote on the issue. The controversial policy saw a huge backlash from younger voters at the election who abandoned the Conservatives. But the controversial policy did not appear in the Queen's speech, which sets out the laws to be passed in the course of the year. And according to the Sunday Times, the Prime Minister will announce plans to permanently drop the commitment to a House of Commons vote in early 2018 in a bid to rebrand the Tories as the Caring Party. The move, which risks infuriating rural Tories, comes ahead of the biggest meet of the year when 250,000 people are expected to gather at hunts on Boxing Day. A Downing Street source described the report as pure speculation, but reiterated the government's position: there is no vote that could change the current policy on fox hunting scheduled in this session of Parliament, which ends in 2019. Michael Gove has prioritised animal welfare issues since Mrs May appointed him Environment Secretary after the June election. But Jeremy Corbyn repeatedly criticised Mrs May for saying she was in favour of fox hunting during the election, which shattered the PM's authority after the Tories lost their Commons majority. The Tories had promised in their manifesto to hold a free vote on a bill in government time to allow Parliament to decide the future of the Hunting Act 2004. Pressed by the Daily Mirror, at a factory visit to Leeds during the election, Mrs May said, "As it happens, personally I have always been in favour of fox hunting, and we maintain our commitment. We have had a commitment previously as a Conservative party, to allow a free vote." But the policy was left out of the Queen's speech, which outlined the legislative programme for the current parliamentary session of 2017 until 2019, was the first indicator the plan had been put on the back burner. The law, introduced by Labour in 2004, bans the use of dogs to hunt foxes and other wild mammals in England and Wales. League Against Cruel Sports Chief Executive Eduardo Goncalves said, "It's nearly 2018, not 1818, so it's a little strange we're celebrating because a government has renounced fox hunting. But yet, this is still good news." There's been a shift this year, as the government has realised quite how important it is to recognise the compassionate nature of the British public. The cynical will say that this statement won't hold in the future when the pro-hunting lobby exerts its influence once more. So we shall have to see if an anti-hunting stance is indeed the future of the Conservative Party, or a tactical move at a politically sensitive time. For the sake of our animals we hope it's the former. Suhaiman MP, Shadow Secretary of State for Environment, Food, and Rural Affairs, said, after backing fox hunting at the last election and promising a free vote in the Tory manifesto, Theresa May has been forced to U-turn on this cruel policy. Under pressure from Labour, the Conservatives are finally rethinking their abysmal record on animal welfare. The government must now move to halt their poorly regulated and unscientific badger cull across England. The Tories have taken rural areas for granted. While they continue to focus on fox hunting, rural poverty remains a huge issue and infrastructure and services in rural areas have been run into the ground. It's time this government started taking action to tackle the real issues facing rural communities.